Gold is one of the most ductile and malleable metals on our planet, but what traditional Japanese artisans do with it borders on the impossible. Imagine a substance so unfathomably delicate that a single, involuntary breath could instantly vaporize thousands of dollars of work into thin air. Welcome to Kanazawa, Japan, the spiritual home of traditional gold leaf production, where master craftsmen beat solid metal down to a thickness of just 0.00001 millimeters. To put that into perspective, this gold is hundreds of times thinner than a single strand of human hair, and so incredibly light that it behaves more like a liquid or gas than a solid metal. Today, we step inside a legendary, highly specialized factory to reveal the precise chemistry, brutal physics, and lifetime of mastery required to stretch solid gold to its absolute physical limits, creating a material so pure and thin, it can actually be eaten. The transformation begins not with pure 24-karat gold, which is actually too soft to withstand the brutal forces of the beating process, but with a highly precise alloy. Artisans melt the gold alongside trace amounts of high-purity silver and copper. This exact formulation, often around 94% gold, 5% silver, and 1% copper, is engineered to give the metal the structural elasticity it needs to stretch without tearing. The raw materials are placed into a specialized ceramic crucible and subjected to blistering temperatures exceeding 1,200 degrees Celsius. Once the metal surrenders into a glowing, incandescent liquid, it is poured into a rectangular iron mold where it rapidly cools and solidifies into a heavy, glittering ingot. From there, the gold enters the mechanical reduction stage. The thick ingot is fed repeatedly through a high-pressure rolling mill. With every pass, the rollers are tightened by fractions of a millimeter. This continuous, intense compression forces the metal grains to elongate, gradually transforming the block into an incredibly long, uniform ribbon. Finally, an artisan manually snips this gold ribbon into small, identical squares, known as zhur, laying the foundation for the extreme flattening process to come. How does a metal as soft as gold survive being violently struck by heavy machinery without tearing, sticking, or disintegrating? The secret does not actually lie within the gold itself, but in the legendary paper used to sandwich it. Known as uchigami, this is not ordinary paper. It is a marvel of ancient Japanese organic chemistry, and creating it is a grueling, multi-month process that is arguably more difficult than beating the gold. First, handmade sheets crafted from the tough inner bark of the gampi tree are stacked and intensely beaten by a specialized machine to compress the plant fibers, making them incredibly dense and flat. Next, the paper undergoes a legendary chemical bath. The artisan mixes highly alkaline burnt straw ash with boiling water, filters the liquid, and combines it with persimmon tannin, which contains natural astringent proteins, and egg whites. The paper sheets are thoroughly soaked in this organic, nutrient-rich cocktail. This process coats every individual plant fiber with a slippery, heat-resistant, and incredibly durable microscopic shield. The soaked papers are then squeezed under immense pressure using a heavy wooden lever to wring out every drop of excess moisture. Once dried and polished, this paper becomes virtually indestructible, capable of absorbing thousands of high-velocity impacts while preventing the expanding gold from sticking to its surface. With the specialized uchigami paper fully prepped, the delicate work of step-by-step thinning begins. Wearing protective finger guards to prevent skin oils from contaminating the metal, the artisan uses high-precision cutting tools to slice the prepped gold into smaller, ultra-thin squares. Using static-free bamboo tweezers, each tiny golden square is placed precisely in the dead center of a sheet of the treated paper. This is repeated hundreds of times to build a highly valuable, alternating tower of paper and precious metal. Once the stack is perfectly aligned, it is placed under a heavy-duty, mechanical beating hammer. This machine unleashes a rapid-fire, relentless barrage of high-velocity blows. What looks like simple mechanical pounding is actually a highly sophisticated dance of heat and friction. As the hammer strikes, the mechanical energy transfers heat into the gold, temporarily exciting its molecular structure and allowing it to flow and spread outward. Throughout this process, the artisan constantly shifts and rotates the stack by hand. They rely on the pitch of the machine's sound and the tactile feedback of the paper to ensure the gold expands perfectly evenly from the center to the outer edges, eventually reaching an astonishing thickness of 1/10,000th of a millimeter. Surviving the brutal mechanical pounding is only half the battle. The final extraction requires the steady hands and controlled breathing of a surgeon. Because the gold leaf is now thinner than a soap bubble, it is incredibly volatile. The slightest air current, static charge, or even a sudden change in humidity can cause the sheet to fold, wrinkle, or disintegrate into useless dust. The cutting room is kept completely sealed, with no draft or air conditioning. Working in absolute stillness, the artisan uses a specialized frame made of split bamboo. Metal knives cannot be used here, as the static electricity generated by metal would instantly cling to and tear the gold. With absolute focus, the artisan gently blows a tiny puff of air to flatten the leaf onto a leather cutting pad, then uses the bamboo tool to trim away the irregular, messy edges. The result is a perfect, flawless square of brilliant gold leaf. These completed sheets are gently transferred onto individual sheets of protective, handmade backing paper and stacked neatly into finished books. At its journey's end, this micro-thin gold leaf is used to bestow an eternal, untarnishable glow onto historical monuments, sacred art, and high-end luxury goods. Because gold is chemically inert, it does not oxidize, rust, or tarnish over time. To apply it, master gilders coat intricate wooden carvings, statues, or architectural elements with a thin layer of natural urushi lacquer or specialized adhesive. Once the adhesive reaches the perfect level of tackiness, the artisan uses soft cotton balls and delicate brushes to press the gold leaf deep into every micro groove of the material. Instantly, plain wood, cold stone, and industrial metals are transformed into brilliant, light-reflecting masterpieces. From the majestic golden temples of Kyoto to delicate hand-painted lacquerware, luxury glassware, and culinary masterpieces, this ancient Japanese craft successfully merges the raw power of mechanical force with the absolute pinnacle of human touch.